And a good afternoon, Bomber Nation. We welcome you into Greenwood, Arkansas. A short 199.9-mile trip from our Bomber plane out in front of Mountain Home High School to here. Glad you're here with us this afternoon. A little delayed. We had a lightning episode about 45, 50 minutes ago. But glad you're here with us for this one. Got a baseball game going on in center field. We'll keep you updated on that one. And behind that, we got our Bomber and Lady Bomber soccer team taking place over yonder. I think they're still in the JV game over there, but we'll get updates to you. The good thing is we got everything going on here at one spot for you. You can tune into everything on the Mountain Home Athletics app. You can catch this game on the Bomber Sports Network only, however. Our friends here, the Greenwood Bulldog live stream crew, has your television and everything for baseball and soccer. Supposed to start at 5 p.m., but we had to back that up a little bit. We had a 30-minute lightning delay, about 4:05, 4:10, somewhere in there. So I had to get a full warm-up in, but done the national anthem, pledge, all that good stuff. Pre-game, we're ready to roll here. And the Lady Bombers, they'll have a little bit of a shot in the arm today as Chloe Bohannon will be starting in the circle for the Lady Bombers. She's a game-changing pitcher for Mountain Home. They've been piecing it together. Kaylin Pope's done a lot of the pitching, but she'll be ready to go if things start to go south for Chloe. She's had a little bit of an issue with her arm, but it sounds like she's good enough to go today. This is a big game for Mountain Home. If they can steal a win here on the road, they'll get back into the top three conversation. They're sitting fourth currently in the 5A West. Mountain Home, 2 of the last 3 years, has been the number 4 seed in the 5A West. The year sandwiched in between there, they got up to third place, essentially a tie for second.
Good afternoon, Mountain Home and Greenwood Bulldog fans. We'd like to take
Glad you're here with us this afternoon. They're going to do a pregame presentation for the military
today, Greenwood High School
this afternoon.
Military families by wearing purple. And we'd like to honor one of our own, Coach Postage. On this Purple Up Day, we pause to recognize someone who embodies both service and leadership. Your commitment to our country and your dedication to guiding young people do not go unnoticed, Coach. You represent strength, sacrifice, compassion, and the example you set reaches far beyond the field. Today, we thank you for your service, Coach, your leadership, and the lasting impact you make on every athlete and family you touch. We are proud to stand with you and celebrate you, Coach Postage. Coach Poss, thank you for all you do. Now let's play some softball, Bulldog fans.
What branch of the military did Mike serve in? Is he the Army? No, that's fine. I think it was the Army. Yeah, that sounds right. He told me that once. I think it's the Army. They had a nice pregame presentation for Greenwood assistant Mike Passage, military veteran. Also our own Dell Leonard, military veteran, served in the Marine Corps. I don't remember how many years exactly, but I know he served in the Marine Corps before taking over the Lady Bomber basketball team for the last 30 seasons. Also helping out Blake Hendricks on the bench for the Lady Bombers this year. Blake Hendricks' 5th season running the show here in Mountain Home. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for these Lady Bombers. It'll be Maddie Simmons in center field. Lakin Anderson batting second, playing third base. Dalen Harper behind the dish doing the catching, batting third. Chloe Bohannon pitching and hitting cleanup. Kaylin Pope, the designated player, batting fifth. Libby Dewey, second base, batting sixth. Leah Boxstaller at short, batting seventh. Bella Conyers out in left field. Lindy Owens batting ninth in right field, and Dawson Harper over at first base. I apologize, we do have some netting in front of you, but you can still get the gist of what's going on out here. Mountain Home will bat first. They're in their road blue tops, white pants, blue and gold stripe down the sides. A tri-set of stripes on the stockings with blue stockings.
Bombers tonight, center fielder, number 9, Maddie Simmons.
White trousers, blue jerseys. They have blue bombers across the front, blue numerals on the back, blue and gold piping across the chest. And that's blue. That is gold bombers and numerals on the front and back with a white outline. As we'll have Maddie Simmons step in here to begin things. Get the festivities underway here in beautiful Greenwood, Arkansas. First pitch, high fly ball to the left side. This will be the tough play by the third baseman, but she makes it. That's 1 pitch and 1 out.
Now batting number 14, Lakin Anderson, third base.
That's Mallory Steele that made that catch. So Lakin Anderson will come to the plate. 1 gone already here in the top of the first. They'll play 7 innings at least. Unless we get to a run rule one way or the other. Or we need extra innings. Swung on and missed. 0-2 the count. Greenwood in their home uniforms. They have blue cutoff jerseys. Some of them have sleeves, some of them don't. It might be rolled up. White pinstripe trousers and blue socks as that's chopped back to the pitcher. This will be an easy play. That's Alyssa Lavelle in the circle for the Bulldogs. And there's 2 gone here in the top of the first.
Now batting number 8.
It's Lovell. Alyssa Lovell in the circle for Greenwood. Who knows? Her family might be watching. Want to get her name right. So Dalen Harper, the ever dangerous Dalen Harper, will come to the plate. She looks at a strike. 0-1. Taking a peek over after this pitch, as that's a ball. Bulldogs up 1-0 over at baseball. They got a head start on us early in the top of the second. Mountain Home coming into that game undefeated in 5A West play. Lady Bombers 3-3 in 5A West play. They have beaten the 3 teams ahead, or they've lost to the 3 teams ahead of them and beaten the 3 teams behind them. Yeah, big swing and a miss, 2-2. For Day-Day, she's going to Butler Community College over in Kansas. Behind her will be Chloe Bohannon. Next pitch outside. Count is full. And they're underway in the JV game over at Smith Robinson Stadium. As that's fouled away. Greenwood on an 80-plus home game winning streak over at Smith Robinson Stadium in American football. Streak that has stretched into the early 2010s. That's fouled off again. That's off her shin. Dale walked this one off. Blake Hendricks, the head coach, coaching over at third base. Marcy Cudworth over at first base. Her father, Chris Cudworth, coaching first base for the Bomber baseball team over out in center field. Next pitch to Harper, fouled away. She stays alive once again. Lovell's ready again for the 3-2 to Harper. High fly ball deep into left center field. Going back at the wall. They make the catch at the warning track. A loud third out of the inning. So the Bombers go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the bottom of the first. No score so far.
No one left on base for Mountain Home.
Glad you're here with us this afternoon. I'm Dylan Conley on behalf of the Mountain Home School District, bringing you all the action today. Let's see, we just got sent next week in Bomber Sports. Tuesday night, the Mountain Home Bomber baseball, softball, and both soccer teams will host Harrison. Big rivalry game. That's the second half of conference starting for all sports. Baseball, softball will start at 5 p.m. We'll start the JV soccer game at 4. Come on out, support these Bombers if you have the opportunity. Other events going on. 7th and 8th grade track will be at West Plains on Tuesday. 9th grade track at Harrison Tuesday night. And then Thursday, track will be at West Plains beginning at 1 p.m. Shout out to my mom watching at home. Shout out to her. Wouldn't be here without her. Mountain Home will host Russellville and Harrison next week in baseball, softball, and soccer. Have to see if baseball will see Tristan Newberry. He's going to be pitching for the Razorbacks before too long. I do apologize, our slightly obstructed view. You can see everything. You can get the gist of everything. There's some low netting in front of us here, but let's protect the people below us. So we're all about safety at Mountain Home. So. Trying to see if the light sprinkle we had is not the biggest deal in the world, but it's the lightning that causes the issues. As Bohannon getting her warm-up tosses in. She came in to close down the game against, who was that against? That was a big game last week. That was last Thursday, I beg your pardon. That was against Alma. Mountain Home trailed by 2 runs entering the 6th, then they got the lead, and Chloe Bohannon came in and slammed the door just to see if everything was all good. She looked good, looked her usual self. So let's see what Clobo's got. Her first official start since the month of March.
Number 18, junior Emily Creason.
Emily Creason will stand in. Lead things off for the Bulldogs of Greenwood. Bombers threatening over at baseball. Looks like they got the bases loaded, nobody out. Mountain Home been swinging the bat well on the road over at baseball, hitting nearly .350 on the road this season. The first pitch to Creason is swung on and fouled away. Like Chris Young, the great athletic director and head football coach here at Greenwood, getting us set up here, clearing us a spot, letting us stream here. That one's fouled away, 0-2. In case you didn't want to make the short 400-mile round trip over here to Greenwood, we got you covered. Bohannon into the windup, the next pitch inside, and it's 1-2. Harper held it for a second. Looked like she was trying to buy strike 3 for her, but umpire wasn't biting. Next one just missed, 2-2. So 2-2. Emily Creason. Next pitch up high, counts full now. Next one inside, just missed, and the leadoff man is on.
Now batting number 24, Ava Cranor.
Ava Cranor will stand in now after the leadoff walk. Update over at baseball. Base is still loaded. They got a consultation on the mound over there. Back to action over here. Craner will stand in. First base runner of the game. Creason gets the lead. This will go back to the screen. She'll take second base. A wild pitch from Chloe makes it 1-0. Now there's a runner in scoring position. Have to imagine there's some nerves going on. She hadn't started a game in nearly a month. That one's outside, 2-0. Conyers, Simmons, and Lindy Owens, the alignment in the outfield from left to right. Lakin Anderson, Leah Bachstaller, Libby Dewey, Dawson Harper from left to right of the infield. Chloe Bohannon in the circle. Dalen Harper behind the plate. That's fouled away. Your defensive alignment for Mountain Home. Here comes the 2-1 outside, 3-1. Bohannon ready. White in the pitch. Ground ball back to Bohannon, goes off her glove. Dewey's got a charge, won't make the play, so now there's runners at the corners with nobody out. I'll call that an infield hit. So Creason moves to third.
Center fielder, number 15, Annie Bean.
Annie Bean will stand in, wearing number 15. She plays at center. Runners at the corners. First pitch to Bean. As they're just going to let Craner take second. Ball was outside, 1-0. There's the 1-0. High fly ball into right center. Coming over, Lindy Owens will make the catch, tagging up from third. Creason, the throw to the plate was close, but it's not in time. And it's 1-0 Greenwood. So they get the job done and drive in the run. They'll trade the run for the out.
First baseman, number 6, Lakin Dawson.
Lakin Dawson stand in now. That's a sacrifice fly for Annie Bean. Make it 1-0. Well, Blake was out of the dugout, talked things over. Two senior leaders for Mountain Home, Dalen Harper, Lakin Anderson going out to the circle. Talk to sophomore Chloe Bohannon. Chloe's ready. The wind in the pitch is low for, it's a strike. Beg your pardon, 0-1. Next one outside, 1-1. Craner standing on second. The 1-1 pitch way outside. Good job by Harper. Keep that one in front of her. Dalen, one of two Harpers in the field. Her younger sister Dawson over at first base. The 2-1 just misses, 3-1. The 6'1" Dalen Harper awaiting the 3-1 from Bohannon. And it's ball 4. So his runners are first and second.
Number 7, Alyssa Lovell.
Alyssa Lovell, the pitcher, will come in now as Lady Bomber pitching coach Tess Temple goes to the circle. Talk to Chloe. Well, Bombers left the bases loaded over at baseball. Still 1-0 Greenwood. So the umpire breaking things up. Got home in a little bit of trouble here in this first inning. See if they can dance out of it. It is not easy come here in Greenwood and win in anything over here. That swung on and missed. 0-1. Not only do you have to go through that ride over here, then you got to play someone pretty good. Greenwood 10-4 on the season, 5-1 in 5A West Conference play. They only trail Farmington, who ran the table in the first half. Next pitch, strike, 0-2. Outfield straight up, infield, corner's playing in as that's outside, 1-2. Next one, checked her swing, called, strike 3. She didn't like that one. Well, Lovell is retired.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, right fielder, number 10, Emerson Israel.
Emerson Israel will stand in at the plate. 2 gone here in the first. 1 run across already for the Bulldogs. First pitch she sees up high for a ball, 1-0. Next one is a ball or strike, 1-1. Umpire late on his signals. Really hard to hear. Imagine he's calling it audibly, then giving the signal as that's fouled away. It's 1-2 now. Chloe and a strike away from getting out of this one with limited damage. Line in the pitch from Chloe up high, 2-2. Two gone here in the first. Here's the 2-2 and swung on and missed. Back-to-back Ks to close out the first inning. Greenwood does get on the board. We've played a full inning. Out at the top of the second, 1-0 Greenwood.
For the Bulldogs, 1 run off 1 hit with 2 left on base.
7, 8, 9 will be due up in the next half inning for Greenwood. This half inning, heart of the lineup for Mountain Home due up. Chloe Bohannon, Kaylin Pope, and Libby Dewey, 4, 5, 6 due up. Next broadcast, Bomber Athletics will be on Tuesday. We'll have all your coverage at home. If you can't make it out against our big rival, the Harrison Goblins and everything, we'll have your television for you. Baseball and soccer for you in the Bomber Sports Network and the Mountain Home Athletics app. We'll only have softball for you on the Mountain Home Athletics app. Our friends at XL7 TV will have your television there.
Leading off here in the top of the second for the Bombers, number 24, Chloe Bohannon.
Clobo's going to stand in. She's hit the whole time that she was not pitching, so it's not like she hasn't been playing. First pitch has a ball, 1-0. Level working quick. Next pitch into left field. That's play is made by Martin over in left. Taylon Martin makes the play, and there's one gone here in the second.
Now batting number 31, Kaylin Pope.
Caleb Pope stands in. He's done a bulk of the pitching for Mountain Home while Chloe was not pitching. Some hard contact for Mountain Home early on. It's just been right to people. Kaylin looks at a strike, 0-1. Libby Dewey awaits behind her as that's low for a ball, 1-1. Catches inside part of the plate, 1-2. It will be Dewey, Boxstaller, then Conyers after Kaylin Pope, as that's down low, 2-2. Lovell ready with the 2-2. Just missed up high. Counts full now. Second baseman playing at the cut of the grass to the outfield. Infield at regular depth. That's inside. Ball 4. And Lady Bombers have a runner on.
Now batting number 12, Libby Dewey.
Let's see what Libby Dewey can do here. Leave her mom, Allison Dewey, back home watching. A great superintendent of Mountain Home Public Schools. Imagine she's tuned in. First pitch, high fly ball into center. Going back is Bean. She'll make the catch. So one pitch for the second out as Dewey is retired. And that'll bring up Leah Boxstaller.
Now batting number 16, Leah Boxstaller.
Bella Conyers, if we get that far, awaits on deck. It'll be Bella, then Lindy Owens, and then the lineup will turn over to the top as Boxstaller stares at a strike, 0-1. We won't have the broadcast of the JV game for you. First pitch, or the next pitch, beg your pardon, they'll go back to first, back in safely. 1-1 now. They tried the back pick, and it didn't work. Lovell ready with the 1-1 as that's a ball, 2-1. Two and one, two gone here in the second. The next pitch, fouled away, hot shot over to the third base dugout. Blake Hendricks showing off his vertical over in the third base coach's box. Blake was a three-sport athlete at Marshall in 2006. Played football, basketball, and baseball. The 2-2 high fly ball deep into center field. Going back is Bean. Still going. It's off the base of the wall. Blake's going to put the brakes on Kalen Pope over at third. It's a 2-out double for Leah Boxstaller. She hits the scuba over on second base.
Now batting number 2, Bella Conyers.
So Bella Conyers will come to the plate now. That's the first hit for Mountain Home in this one. Lindy Owens awaiting on deck. First pitch to her, swung on and missed. He's trying to drive both of them home. 0-1. Mountain Home has some good contact so far in this one. That's really the first one that wasn't right to someone. That's inside for a ball, 1-1. See if we can't get something on Miles Split about our Bomber track teams over at Fayetteville this afternoon. Everybody out of the office today, as that's a ball, 2-1. Out of the office, out of school. I think it's somewhere around 120 or so student athletes. Basically got a half day here today. They travel to Fayetteville and Greenwood. The 2-1 ground ball to the left side, fouled. So it's 2-2 now. 2 on, 2 gone, and 2-2 for number 2. Bella Conyers. Bella also on the Lady Bomber volleyball team. They've started their spring practices a little bit like their bunch they got coming back next year. As that's swung on and missed, they'll tag her out for the third out. So Mountain Home leaves 2 stranded. Head to the bottom of the second, still 1-0 Greenwood. That's the first strikeout of the game for Mountain Home. It'll be 9-1-2 due up in the top of the third. 7-8-9 due up for the Bulldogs of Greenwood. It'll be Daisy Parker, Taylon Martin, and Mallory Steele. These Lady Bulldogs led by head coach Donald Hart. Mountain Home and Greenwood met in the state semifinals in 2021 over at McLean Park in Mountain Home.
Leading off here in the bottom of the second, senior shortstop, number 22, Daisy Parker.
Daisy Parker, Taylon Martin, and Mallory Steele due up in this half inning. Ground ball to the left side. That squeaks through for a base hit past the outstretched glove of Boxstaller. And it's a leadoff single for the Bulldogs.
Senior left fielder, number 1, Taylon Martin.
So a runner over at first. Parker stands on first, showing bunt. They get the bunt down as it'll go foul. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but Lakin didn't touch that one. If she'd have touched it in foul or fair territory, been a fair ball, they might have had runners at first and second. I think Donald Hart's asking about that. Well, now the umpires are going to meet. At first glance, it looked like Lakin touched it. If she did, this will get a little icky, because then what do you do with the runners if it's a fair ball? But looks like they're going to stay with the original call. Donald Hart just told them to ask and See if there was anything different that the second base umpire saw as they try to get the bunt down again. Unsuccessfully, it goes foul, 0-2. So I don't think she's going to try to bunt here with 2 strikes. Or she may, who knows? So now it's 0-2 to Taylon Martin. Oh, we ready? The wind in the pitch. They slaps it down the line. This is a fair ball. This is going to skip past Conyers in left. Rounding third and heading for home is Parker. 2-0 Greenwood.
For the Bulldogs, freshman third baseman, number 4, Mallory Steele.
Still nobody gone. Runner at second here in the second. As first pitch to the ball, 1-0. Next pitch, a strike. So 1-1 the count. Emily Creason waiting on deck. The top of the Bulldog lineup. Next pitch, outside and high, 2-1. Next one, that's a strike. 2-2 now. Bohannon ready with the 2-2 on the way. Fouled away. Looks like a light sprinkle outside. Bottom of the third over at baseball. Greenwood still up 1-0. They have a runner at first with nobody gone. I don't have anything over at soccer yet. Here's the 1-2, high fly ball into center field. Simmons coming in. Actually, it's going to be made by Libby Dewey over at second for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 18, junior catcher, Emily Creason.
Creason will come to the plate. She reached on a walk, the very first at bat at the bottom of the first. Fouled back to the screen. Oh, 0-1. High fly ball down the line. This will go foul. 0-2. Comes the 0-2 rolled in there. This will go to the screen. Martin moves to third. So now after over at baseball, after an error and a sacrifice fly, it's now 3-0 Greenwood. Over here at softball, 2-0. Bohannon ready with the 1-2. Miss low. 2-2. See how this one is 2-2 down the line, foul. We have the video feed pulled up for soccer. We'll get you a score here in a minute. Get you all score updates and live streams. The Mountain Home Athletics app and MHBombersports.com. Your home for Bomber Athletics. Here's the 2-2 high fly ball to the left side. This will go out of play. We'll do it again. Looks like the JV game just got done. Nothing draw over at Smith Robinson Stadium. On driving to center, a base hit picked up by Simmons. They get it back in the infield. It's 3-0 Greenwood. So Creason's on base for the second time. Martin comes in to score.
Now batting number 24, Ava Craner.
Ava Craner will stand in now. Three nothing Greenwood here on the bottom of the second. Bohannon ready again. Ground ball to the left side. Could be two. They'll step in the bag for one. Throw to first. Goes back to the screen. They might have a play at second. Throw into second. Now they got her in a pickle. Back to first. She's in safely. Blake's out of the dugout. He wants time. He's going to talk to the second base umpire. Looked like she was out by about a step. Well, now they're going to talk about it. It looked like it was about by a step or so, as they're going to call her safe over at first.
Now batting number 15, Annie Bean.
So Craner's out on the fielder's choice. I beg your pardon, Craner will be at first. Creason's out on the fielder's choice. First pitch is a ball 1-0. This is Bean standing in now. That's a strike. 1-1. Bean had an RBI her last time up. It was a sacrifice fly to right field. Here's the 1-1 outside, 2-1 now. Bottom of the second, 3-0 Greenwood. Here's the 2-1. Foul to the screen, 2-2. Runner over at first. The 2-2 from Bohannon goes back to the screen for ball 3. As Craner goes over to second. So now a runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Wind, and here comes the 3-2 inside, ball 4. Second walk of the game for Bohannon.
First baseman, senior, number 6, Lakin Dawson.
Lakin Dawson will come to the plate. Reached first base her last time up. First pitch to her, fouled out of play over to the right side. 0-1 the count to Dawson. The 0-1 is threw the bat out there, fouled it away, 0-2. Oh, 2 swung on and missed. Third strikeout of the game for Dawson. 2 runs come across in that second inning. We'll head to the top of the third. 3-0 our score still.
2 runs off 3 hits, 1 left on base for the Bulldogs.
It'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up in the next half inning. 9, 1, and 2 due up in this half inning for Mountain Home. Got to get the bats going.
We've got pulled pork nachos, freshly made pulled pork tonight with chili cheese nachos as well.
It'll be Lindy Owens to lead off, then Maddie Simmons and Lakin Anderson following her. Lovell will go back to work for her third inning of work. Top of the fourth over at baseball. Greenwood pushed another run across. It's 4-0. No matter what happens, Mountain Home will have at least a share of first place through the first round of the 5A West Conference play. Greenwood got a big one on Tuesday night. They'll take on Van Buren. I believe it's over here. Or no, it's at Van Buren. I beg your pardon. That'll be Tuesday night. We'll be hosting Harrison.
Top of the third for the Bombers, number 5, Lindy Owens.
Let's see if Lindy can get things rolling. Got to get some runners on base. Get the bats rolling here. First pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. Ground ball to the left side. This is picked up by Steele. Throw to first. Close play. Got her by a step for the first out.
Now batting number 9, Maddie Simmons.
Maddie Simmons will come to the plate. She's 0 for 1 today. First pitch of the game got lined out to third. Her first time up. First pitch she looks at's up high at her eyes for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 high fly ball into right center field, going back at the track, at the wall, out of room. That's a home run for Maddie Simmons. Trims into the deficit. Now the Lady Bombers only trail by 2. She crosses the plate. Hey, what? She had some hard contact her first time up. Just was right at somebody, so now Mountain Home finally on the board here in the top of the third.
Number 14, Lakin Anderson.
I believe the Simmons family will go retrieve the ball. I think that's her third home run of the year. That'll bring up Lakin Anderson, the Harding University commit. She'll be a Harding Bison, having a ball in the GAC the next 4 years and beyond. First pitch to Lakin, hard contact to center. Catch is made by Bean. She's retired. 1 pitch for the second out. For Dalen Harper, a deep fly threat in her own right. Absolutely nothing. No wind, no breeze, no nothing here at Bulldog Stadium. Dalen will be going to Butler Community College in the fall. That's not too far from now. First pitch, a ball, 1-0. Level back to the circle for the 0-1 as Day stares at a ball, 2-0. High fly ball into left field. It's caught at the track by Martin for the third out. Mountain Home does cut into the deficit, though. It's 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Pretty straightforward sports schedule next week here at Mountain Home Public Schools. Bulk of the action on Tuesday and Friday. We'll host Harrison and Russellville, and Harrison on Tuesday and Russellville on Friday in soccer, baseball, and softball. Got some track on Thursday at West Plains. Junior Bomber football camp be taking place Wednesday and Thursday. And a big night Saturday. Get the suit out. It's prom night. That'll be over at the Shed over at Arkansas State University Mountain Home. City of Stars is the prom theme. Last day to get tickets was today, so if you didn't get your prom tickets, well, I hope your date will be happy. You might be sitting at home. The last day to purchase tickets was today. Other things going on. We have Bomber Boom Squad applications are being accepted. Mountain Home High School, we're looking for spirited students to lead our Bomber Boom Squad student section at all sporting events for the 26-27 school year. If you have school pride, are in good standing with the school district, and can attend at least roughly 80% of the home events, we want you. We'll take you. Selected students will be contacted via school email. Applications are due April 20th. All applicants will need a letter of recommendation from a teacher in the district to prove they are in good standing at Mountain Home High School. So that's for upcoming juniors and seniors. So Bohannon going back to work. Lovell standing in at the plate. First pitch she looks at's a ball, 1-0. Wind in the 1-0. Swung on and missed, 1-1. Lovell struck out her last time up. Here's the 1-1. Line drive into left center. That'll go down for a base hit. Past the outstretched glove of Leah Boxstaller. So a leadoff single for Greenwood.
Number 10,
Emerson Nisriel comes to the plate. We'll have a courtesy runner over at first base.
Courtesy runner for the Bulldogs, number 12, Addie Branson.
Addie Branson running over at first base. Courtesy run for your pitcher and catcher, just like you can over at baseball. Speaking of baseball, 4-0, bottom of the fourth. Greenwood still in the lead. Get the bunt down as it'll roll foul. Smart play by Anderson and Dalen Harper. Just let that one roll. It'll take a funky roll on natural surface like dirt as opposed to turf, where it might have just spun there. Bohannon ready again. High fly ball. If it's fair, it's long gone, and it's foul. Now it's 0-2. Mike Hendricks and Dell Leonard talking on the left side of the dugout. Probably about where they're going to eat after this, have to imagine. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Chloe Bohannon. Israel's retired on strikes again. That's strikeout number 4. Oddly enough, all 4 strikeouts have come against the heart of the Bulldogs order. Dawson, the 4-hole hitter, struck out. Lovell struck out once, and now Nisrael struck out twice. Daisy Parker will come to the plate. She got the run going in the second. She got on with a single and came around to score a couple batters later. First pitch to her outside, 1-0. Local score in Mountain Home. Cotter defeating Ozark Mountain 19-0. Popped up behind home plate. Harper can't make the catch. Bobbled it 5 times. Couldn't settle it down. That's a tough play for a catcher anyway. Count stays 1-1. Bohannon's next pitch swung on and missed, 1-2. Tell you what, I thought after the third bobble that she was going to come up with that one, but it fell to the ground. It was going to be a foul ball or an out. A 1-2 outside, 2-2. That's up high, counts full now. We might have a broadcasting voice for you back home on Tuesday night. I think Jack Coleman will be back in town. One of our great, bright, and shining minds at Mountain Home Public Schools. He's on a college visit to Pepperdine. He told me yesterday as that's a 1-out walk.
Junior left fielder, number 1, Taylon Martin.
Taylon Martin will come to the plate. She had a RBI double her last time up. Some action down in the Lady Bomber bullpen. First pitch, tried to slap at it, fouled it away, 0-1. I believe that's Harper Bounds getting loose in the left field bullpen. The 0-1 showing bunt, fouled it away, 0-2. It was Harper Bounds and Caleb Pope that carried the load in the circle for the nearly month that Chloe Bohannon was out. Here comes the 0-2, fouled out of play, off to the left. Next pitch, swung on and missed, another strikeout. Strikeout number 5 for Clobo. And there's 2 gone here in the third.
Now batting freshman third baseman, number 4, Mallory Steele.
And Mallory Steele will come to the plate. She had a pop fly to second base her first time up. First pitch to her is a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 fouled away, 1-1. Lady Bombers soccer match getting underway. They were defeated last night by Shiloh Christian 6-0. The friendly confines of Bomber Stadium. They're 10 minutes in, still no score over there. Next pitch, line drive right at Boxstaller, goes off her glove. They're going to hold everybody. Now the bases are loaded, and it's the top of the lineup. Lovell goes to third, Parker to second, and Emily Creason comes to the plate. She's reached base twice already. Two gone, bases loaded. It's a big fulcrum of this game right here. Ground ball to the left side, Boxstaller gloves it, and she's got no play. Run comes in to score. So back-to-back Bulldogs reach on back-to-back errors. 4-1 now.
Courtesy runner for the Bulldogs, number 3, Macy Wilson.
Macy Wilson running over at first base. For Ava Craner, come to the plate. Singled her first time up. So it's 4-1 Greenwood now, as that pitch is a strike, 0-1. Base is still loaded. The 0-1 again, high fly ball to the right side, coming over Dawson Harper off her glove for the second strike. So it's 0-2 now to Craner. Fouled away, we'll do it again. Bob Rechtenwald and XL7 TV will have your television for you Tuesday night as these Lady Bombers will take on Harrison over at McLean Park. Come on by. As that pitch low, 1-2. Next one swung on and missed. Another strikeout. The Bulldogs leave the bases loaded, but not before they push another run across. 4-1 our score. It'll be 3-4-5 due up in the next half inning.
For the Bulldogs, 1 run off 3 hits, 3 left on base.
The meat of the Lady Bombers order due up in this half inning in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, we got 1 off that hit. Nearly hit it. Remember, it hit that shortstop right in the glove. It was hard hit. Tough catch. Tough catch.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't remember anyways.
She had 2 hit probably 80 miles an hour at her.
So move along to the top of the fourth. Mountain Home has something cooking over at baseball. They got the bases loaded, top of the fifth, 1 gone. Still no score over at soccer. Catch those results on our great Mountain Home Athletics app. Go to Google Play or the Apple App Store. Download it. It's free. These days, free is good. Free physicals coming up at Mountain Home Public Schools. They'll be at Baxter Health. Free physicals will be offered on April 20th for girls and April 22nd for boys. Parent or guardian must attend with the student and follow the assigned time slot listed on the form that was given out. 2 pages of the form must be completed before arrival. Those are available on our announcements.
24, Chloe Bohannon.
So Chloe Bohannon will come to the plate. She flew out the left. It was a hard hit her first time up. 4-1 our score. First pitch to her. He has ball low, 1-0. That's a strike, 1-1. So he has a meeting on the mound over at baseball right now. That's a big turning point over there. High fly ball into right center. This is going to get down and go to the wall. Chloe Bohannon's got 2. They're going to send her, try to go into third. The throw's on line. It goes off her glove. And Clobo's on with a leadoff triple. So she's on base for the first time.
31, Kaylin Pope.
And Kaylin Pope will come to the plate. I think Blake put the brakes on her over at third, and either Chloe ignored it or just didn't want to stop. She ended up at third. If it had been a clean catch at third, she'd have been out, but the ball bounced Mountain Home's way as Pope stares at a strike, 0-1. Next pitch to Pope. That's a strike, 0-2. Caught the outside part of the plate. Bohannon leading from third. I say leading, she's standing on third. That's fouled away. Can't lead off in softball. Catch myself saying that a whole lot. Runner in scoring position for the Lady Bombers here. The 0-2 to Pope. Line drive into right. This will get down and score a run. Into scores Bohannon. The Lady Bombers have cut the lead in half. It's 4-2 now. A RBI single from Kaylin Pope.
Now batting second baseman, number 12, Libby Dewey.
And Libby Dewey will come to the plate. Bombers leave the bases loaded for the second time in the game over at baseball. First pitch to Dewey inside, 1-0. Next pitch, just missed, 2-0. That's a ball, 3-0. As that's a 4-pitch walk. Now runners at first and second as Donald Hart's out of the dugout. The go-ahead run will be at the plate for Mountain Home. Pope over at second, Libby Dewey at first. Still nobody gone here in the fourth. Check in over at soccer, see how that's going.
Now batting for the Bombers, number 16, Leah Boxstall.
Still no score halfway through the first half in the girls' soccer game. Probably about a fifth of a mile from here, maybe less than that, at Smith Robinson Stadium. This time Boxstaller was up. She had a double that went to the fence. First pitch inside, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. That's a strike, 1-1. Pope at second, Dewey at first. Dewey getting some instruction from Marcy Cudworth at first. Volunteer assistant for Mountain Home. As that's a ball, 2-1. Marcy, one of the most decorated athletes in the history of Mountain Home Public Schools. If I remember correctly, she is a 9-time state champion across track and cross country. As that's fouled away. Caught Bella Conyers on the on-deck circle. She's okay. She's smiling. Marcy was also a really good softball player. I say, golly, say back in the day, but it was just 2021. It's not like that was too long ago. And she had a great career at Arkansas Little Rock. That's a high fly ball deep into center field. Going back at the wall. This is off the top of the wall. Pope rounding third, heading for home. They're going to put the brakes on Dewey, and it's 4-3 Lady Bombers. The crack of the bat, it sounded like it might have been gone, but it hit the top of the fence. So Kaylin Pope comes in to score. Dewey goes to third, and Boxstaller has her second double of the game. And Bella Conyers will come to the plate. We're going to have a pitching change. This is, consult my lineup card. This is Jordan Floyd. I believe this is Jordan Floyd on to pitch now for Greenwood. So now Mountain Home. It's a big breaking point of this one. Still nobody gone, and they'll have two in scoring position when we resume. Getting her warm-up tosses in. Looks like Bohannon's going to go back to work. She'll go back to work whenever this half inning's over. Hey, what, Mountain Home's had two fly balls that hit the top of the fence. There was even a little bit of a breeze that might have carried them both out.
Now batting number 2, Bella Conyers.
Bella Conyers will come to the plate now. Bella struck out her last time up. Been the only strikeout of the game for these Lady Bombers offensively. First pitch, high fly ball to left center. This is going to get down and go to the wall. Dewey comes in to score. Rounding third, heading for home as Boxstaller, the throw to the plate, not in time. The throw to third goes into left. Coming home to score is Bella Conyers. 6-4 Lady Bombers. Just like that, this game's been flipped upside down. Mountain Home has its first lead of the game. It's an RBI triple for Bella Conyers. Had 2 RBIs, and then she came in to score on the error.
Now batting number 5, Lindy Owens.
And Lindy Owens will come to the plate. This is a Greenwood team that's only lost one game in conference play so far. Of course, this is really the first time since, I believe, the Harrison game that we've been fully healthy, as that's a check swing. They're going to say she went around 0-1. Still nobody gone here in the fourth inning, as 5 runs have come across now. Next pitch, snagged over at third. That was hard hit as well.
Now batting number 9, Maddie Simmons.
Maddie Simmons will come to the plate. She went deep her last time up. She's 1 for 2 on the day. I think her parents finally tracked down that home run ball. First pitch to her is a strike, 0-1. And you can catch all the festivities going on here in Greenwood, as that's down the line, foul. Just foul. The next pitch, ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Maddie Simmons is on base for the second time today.
Now batting number 14, Lincoln Anderson.
If there's any weather in the area, the lightning, if there is lightning, has to be within 10 miles of the area for it to be deemed unsafe. As Lincoln's showing bunt, they'll throw back to first, not in time. Oh, 1-0. The next pitch, as Lincoln got the bunt down, but it was fouled back, 1-1. Next one, swung on and missed, 1-2. Here comes the 1-2, line, or this is a floater, past first base, everybody's safe. Could see it off the crack of the bat. Now runners are at first and second with one gone. It's about a 80-foot single for Lakin Anderson.
Now batting number 8, Dalen Harper.
And Dalen Harper will come to the plate. Have to be very careful to her. She's liable to put one on the baseball field anytime she comes up. First pitch to her. Checks her swing, held up. It's 1-0. A 1-0 to Dalen is a strike, 1-1. Dalen was a standout for Jill Daves' volleyball squad. Also did some bowling for Tyler Blaisdell. Hold her over until softball season. That's a high foul ball out of play down the first base side. 1-2 now. The 1-2 on the way. Checked her swing. It's up high, 2-2. Two and two to Day here at the plate. Comes the next one outside, 3-2. Catcher tried to frame that one and bring it back, but did that unsuccessfully. So here's the 3-2 from Floyd, as that's a high fly ball into center. Bean is under it. Tagging up from second is Maddie Simmons. Now there's runners at the corners with 2 gone. So Harper flies out to center. Now the Lady Bombers have batted around. As Chloe Bohannon will come to the plate. She started things off with a triple here in this inning. Been a long 4th inning. This 4th inning has taken nearly 20 minutes. Pitch up high, 1-0. Update over at baseball. Starting to get ugly over there. It's 6-0 Bulldogs. That is the top 2 teams in the 5A West in baseball facing off, though. Here's Floyd's 1-0 on the way. That's a strike, 1-1 runner going. They'll just give up that. Not even a throw. Catcher's indifference, not a stolen base as Anderson scampers to second. Simmons over at third. Big spot. Chloe Bohannon could help her own cause. That's a ball, 2-1. Yeah, that's swung on and missed. Line drive up the middle, fielded by the second baseman, throw to first, and not in time. 2 runs coming to score. It's 8-4 Mountain Home. Heady base running by Lakin Anderson. She was hot on the heels of Maddie Simmons. So that infield single scores 2 runs.
Now batting number 31, Kaylin Pope.
And Kaylin Pope will come to the plate. So Clobo has her second hit of the inning. If we get past Kaylin Pope, it'll be Libby Dewey. Fouled away. 1-1. 8-4 our score. Seven runs across here in this half inning for Mountain Home as Pope stares at a ball, 2-1. Bombers have put up a touchdown and an extra point here in this 4th inning. Swung on and missed, 2-2. Two and two gone here in the 4th. 5 of these 7 runs have come with 2 outs. As that swung on and missed. That'll do it for the top of the 4th, but it's a large top of the 4th for Mountain Home as they push across 7 runs.
7 runs off 6 hits. 2 left on base.
Lady Bombers only needed 6 hits to get to those 7 runs. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. 8-4 our score. Well, congratulate Daylon Harper. She's the Jim Holstead Athlete of the Week. Daylon maintains a 4.0 GPA. She's in FCA, BEAC, and HOSA. She also competed in volleyball and bowling. A Athlete of the Week, proudly sponsored by Mike and Susan Stockton of Ascend Wealth Management. We'll have the Athlete of the Year banquet coming up on May the 6th, where we'll honor all of our Athletes of the Week, and then we'll crown our Athlete of the Year. So now Chloe Bohannon will go back to work after nearly a half-hour break between pitches. It will be 6, 7, 8 due up for the Lady Bombers in the next half inning. Heart of the lineup for Greenwood. 3, 4, and 5 due up.
Number 15, Annie Bean.
So Bean will come to the plate. Greenwood's scored a goal just now over at soccer. They're up 1-0 in the girls' game. Bulldogs up 6-0 over at baseball. Over yonder in center field. First pitch from Bohannon up high, 1-0. It's a big half inning for Mountain Home. Put up that big crooked number in the top. You want to put up a 0 in this half inning, if at all possible. Next pitch from Chloe up high, 2-0. Getting a little dark out here, not because of the sun going down, because of the on and off storm clouds that have plagued the River Valley and most of northern Arkansas, as that's fouled back off the screen, 2-1. Conferring with the ever trusty color weather radar, courtesy of Apple. There might be another spot shower in about a half hour, but just stuff popping up all over here in the River Valley in northwest Arkansas. But looks like the major part of it's passed through. It's supposed to rain just all week next week at Mountain Home. From Sunday to Friday. So get the boat ready. Here's a 3-2 ground ball to the left side. It's Lakin Anderson. Throw to first. Good pick over at first by Dawson Harper for the first out.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 6, Lakin Dawson.
Lakin Dawson comes to the plate. She reached base her first time up. It struck out her last time. That was in the second. That's a strike. 0-1. Chloe checks her wristband for the signal. Line in the 0-1, up high, 1-1. Comes the 1-1, the line from Bohannon. This one fouled out of play, 1-2. As over at baseball, Bombers got runners at first and second. Top of the 6th, time running out over there. Bombers have left 9 on base over there. 1-2 from Chloe's foul to the screen. We'll do it again. One, two is fouled away again. 1-2 once again. Fouled away again. So we pitch 8 of this at bat coming up. Next one, missed high, 2-2. Comes the 2-2, down low, counts full now. Bombers leave another pair of runners stranded over at baseball. Talked to Coach Crow and Brandon Brewer. We were in our lightning delay about 4 o'clock. We'll have more in a sec. The 3-2 is inside for ball 4. So things holding true what they said. Coach Crow said, we've never really played well over here. But Coach Brewer replied, well, we never played really well at Mountain Home before, so. Appreciate Coach Brewer. He also helps run some of the live streams here in the district here at Greenwood, not during baseball season. He's already a busy man. And Jordan Floyd will come to the plate. Floyd, the new pitcher for the Bulldogs. Wind picking up a little bit, blowing from right to left. This would be a big at bat coming up here. Runner at first. First pitch to Floyd, fouled to the first base dugout, 0-1. Last half inning, Mountain Home pushed across 7 runs in an inning that again took nearly a half hour. Next pitch inside, 1-1. Get this, score over at baseball. Greenwood up 6-0. Mountain Home is out hitting Greenwood 6 hits to 1. That's chopped to the right side. That'll skip through for a base hit. Be runners at first and second with 1 gone. That's crazy. Looking this up live right now. Greenwood has only mustered 1 hit over at baseball. But as Branson will run over at first, you wonder how did Greenwood score 6 runs on 1 hit? Well, Mountain Home's had 3 errors. So the pitching, very deceptive right now as Drew Haney's out of the game. Carter Atkins pitching. 5 of the runs that were given up, two of them were earned on Haney's watch. Actually, that's 6 runs for Greenwood, 2 of which were earned over at baseball. So that's wild. That first pitch, the ball, 1-0. Still 1-0 over at soccer, Smith Robinson Stadium. They're due for a late night. Good thing is it's a Friday, as that's a strike, 1-1. And next one inside for a ball. Well, I can't, actually, the game might be over, that girls' game, because I see boys' teams warming up. That's up high, 3-1. Runners at first and second. One gone here in the fourth. The 3-1. And strike two. Counts full. It is all over at soccer. I thought that was only halftime. They apparently just ran through the JV game. Greenwood wins 1-0. Full count, first and second. Pitch from Bohannon's up high. Now the bases are loaded. And Blake shouting out directions, but
Daisy Parker.
so the base is loaded for Daisy Parker. So back-to-back singles and then a walk. Have the bases loaded. First pitch, foul to the screen. 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. Oh, 2 up high, 1-2 now. One, two on the way. Called strike three. Runner up, and there's two gone here in the fourth.
Now batting number 16, Evelyn Neal.
Evelyn Neal will come to the plate now. A big spot with two gone. Two gone here in the bottom of the fourth. 8-4. Lady Bombers with the lead. They're hanging a 7th spot in the fourth. Down the line foul, 0-1. Fouled back to the screen, 0-2. Big pitch coming up here. Wind in the 0-2. Swung on and missed. They get out of a bases loaded jam, back-to-back strikeouts.
For the Bulldogs, no runs off one hit.
Bulldogs leave them loaded. We played 4 full. Lady Bombers still lead 8-4. So great job by the Lady Bombers to hold the Bulldogs scoreless after putting up a 7th spot. So this will be Floyd going back to the circle. Get things rolling here in the top of the 5th. 7 Bulldogs came to the plate that last half inning, but they left empty-handed.
Now batting number 12 for Mountain Home, Libby Dewey.
Libby Dewey will lead off the top of the 5th. 12 Lady Bombers came to the plate in the top of the 4th. First pitch to Libby is a strike, 0-1. That's a ball, 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2. One, two, fouled back. This one's outside, 2-2. The 2-2 to Dewey. Chopper to the left side. Fielded on 2 hops by Parker. As the throw is wide, and Dewey's on base. To begin the 5th.
Now batting number 16, Leah Boxstaller.
Boxstaller will come to the plate. She's got a pair of doubles in this one. See what Leah's got here. First pitch to Leah. Low for a ball, 1-0. That's a strike, 1-1. The The 1-1 inside 2-1. This would be a big win for the Lady Bombers if they can bring this one home. That pitch a strike. 2-2. Dewey at first. Next pitch to Boxstaller. High fly ball to the left side. Steele is under it. Makes the catch for the first out. Dewey stays put at first.
Now batting number 2, Bella Conyers.
Conyers last time up. That was kind of the spark of the last half inning. She had a 2 RBI triple and then scored on an error, throwing to third. It's kind of the spark in that top of the 7th. 8-4 our score. Lady Bombers looking to add to their lead. The 0-1 outside, 1-1. I beg your pardon, that was just caught the outside part of the plate, 0-2. 0-2 on the way, foul to the screen. Oh, 2 popped up, way up there. Over second base will be the shortstop Steele making the catch for the second out.
Now batting number 5, Lindy Owens.
And Lindy Owens will come to the plate. Had a hard hit ball to third her last time up. Was right to the third baseman on a fly. Be the top of the lineup due up for Mountain Home after Lindy. That's popped up. This will squeak out of play. All 1-1. Next pitch, fouled again. Up behind us, 0-2. And that's a strikeout on 3 pitches. So Dewey's stranded over at first. Lady Bombers can't add to the lead. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. 8-4 our score.
2 left on base for the ball.
Well, Chloe Bohannon will go back to work.
Now batting number 4, Mallory Steele.
It will be top of the lineup due in the next half inning for Mountain Home. Bottom of the fifth now. Greenwood back to work as that's a strike. That's a ball 1-1. It's all over. Baseball. Greenwood has given Mountain Home their first loss in 5A West play, defeating the Bombers 7-0. Skipped over Bohannon's head. It'll be a tough play. She'll be on with a leadoff single. Crazy enough, Mountain Home in that 7-0 loss at baseball out-hit the Bulldogs 5-1. Creason will come to the plate. I don't think I've ever seen that before. A team up put 7 runs on 1 hit. So Steele over at first. Want to know the count. On driving to left, a base hit. So back-to-back hits has Greenwood in business here in the fifth.
Now batting number 24, Ava Craynor.
Another hit for Creason. That's the 4th time she's reached in this game. Steele scampers to second. First pitch up high, 1-0. The 1-0 up high, 2-0. So Donald Hart's going to talk to the plate umpire about something. Now the umpires will converge just to the left of the pitching circle.
Maybe they let off early.
I don't know what they were talking about. So 2-0 the count. Ball 3. That's a strike, 3-1. Bat never left her shoulders. And it's ball 4 now. The bases are loaded. And time's called at the plate. Blake's going to head to the circle, talk things over. So it's 8-4. The tying run comes to the plate. Steele at third, Creason at second, and Craner at first. For Annie Bean, the center fielder, she reached on a walk in the second. First pitch to her is strike one. Still nobody gone here in the bottom of the fifth. Next one, a strike, 0-2. Swung on and missed, a strikeout. That's the first out of the inning. Bean is retired for the third time today. Lakin Dawson comes to the plate. Last time up, she had a single, but she was stranded at third when it was all said and done. First pitch up high, a ball. The 1-0 misses 2-0. They got nowhere to put Lakin Dawson. They certainly don't want to walk in a run. Next pitch, a strike, 2-1. Swung on and missed. Big cut at that one. 2-2. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Chloe Bohannon.
For the Bulldogs, number 20, Jordan Floyd.
And Jordan Floyd will come to the plate now. Last time up, Floyd reached on a single. Down the line, foul. That would have scored at least two. Outfield kind of shifted to the right. A lot of left field line open for Floyd. The 0-1, high fly ball into right center. Coming in is Owens. Can't make the catch. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. We'll call it a hit, so it's a 2-run single. And Greenwood's cut into the lead. It's 8-6 now. Steele and Creason's courtesy runner come in to score. Craner goes to third. Abby Branson now running at first.
Number 10, Emerson Israel.
Emerson Israel. Eight to 6 our score now. It's a 2-run game. The tying run's now at first. It's a big at-bat coming up for both sides. Chloe ready. Her first pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-1. Next pitch, high fly ball into center field. Simmons is under this one, makes the catch for the third out. Greenwood tacks on a pair of runs. We played 5 full innings. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Mountain Home up 8-6. We'll have more softball here in a moment on the Bombers Sports Network here on YouTube. And available on the Mountain Home Athletics app. Bomber baseball was defeated 7-0 over in center field. They're going to get the JV game started soon. Mountain Home actually out hitting the Bulldogs in that one. Lady Bombers soccer team was defeated 1-0 over at Smith Robinson Stadium, about close to a quarter mile away from us, maybe less. That's over in right field. Hard to see with the foliage all around Bulldog Stadium here. 10 minutes in over there, soccer, still no score. So, up and down day and a half of the Lady Bombers on the soccer pitch. They were defeated last night by Shiloh 6-0. Then they lose a heartbreaker 1-0 here at Greenwood. That halts a 3-match winning streak here in Greenwood for the Lady Bombers.
Top of the 6th for the Lady Bombers, number 9, Maddie Simmons.
Maddie Simmons will come to the plate. Had a home run earlier. First pitch to her down the left field line, fielded by Parker. Throw to first in time. So 1 pitch and 1 out to begin the top of the 6th.
Now batting number 14, Lakin Anderson.
Lakin Anderson comes to the plate now. Harding softball commit, also played in the state finals for the Lady Bomber basketball team. One of the starting guards for Mountain Home. Was all conference for the Lady Bombers. High fly ball into right center. This is hit well, but under it is Bean for the second out. So 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the 6th.
Now batting number 8, Dalen Harper.
And Dalen Harper will come to the plate, so she'll take a pitch at least. Harper digs in. First pitch to her. High fly ball into left field. Coming in is Martin. She'll make the catch. So it's 3 pitches and 3 outs for the Lady Bombers in a quick top of the 6th.
No runs, no hits, no one left on base for the Bombers.
So if you blinked, you missed it. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Mountain Home still leading 8-6. Mountain Home 6 outs away from snagging a victory here on the road.
I haven't played this song.
8-6 our score.
I didn't play the same song as this. Well, I'm having to switch between this and this every single week. And wait, is that his walk-up songs and the other one is this? It's on 3%. And yeah.
So it'll be 7, 8, 9 due up here on the bottom of the 6th.
So I'm just picking random songs. I haven't played the same song since she said that.
Daisy Parker will lead off.
To the bottom of the 6th for the Bulldogs, shortstop number
Get a down-home Donnybrook here at Bulldog Stadium. First pitch, fly ball into right. Ranging over is Dewey with a snow cone catch over in shallow right. One pitch, one out for the Bulldogs.
Now batting number 1, Taylon Martin.
It's Taylon Martin will stand in now.
The mound was terrible, and I dug it out, and I dug it out.
First pitch to her, down the line, foul. Tried to slap at that one.
And so I landed on it, and
After a single in the second, 2 straight at bats, Martin's been retired via the strikeout. And we're going to be in, we got a mess on our hands. We got a lightning delay for 30 minutes.
Lightning delay.
So we will halt coverage here. As we are in the bottom of the 6th.
yeah, and then it's yeah, it was swollen immediately.
So we'll halt
But I was supposed to be back pretty soon.
coverage for now.
I said I'm supposed to be back pretty soon. I'm just wrapped up. I'm gonna go to the restroom.
So we will be halted for at least 30 minutes in this one. So we're going to halt coverage with 1 out here in the 6th as they chat things over about it. And we will take a break. This is Lady Bombers softball here on the Bomber Sports Network on YouTube. lightning delay. They took Chloe Bohannon and Greenwood's pitcher to get cranked up, warm up in their indoor facility. So they're going to allow both teams to get warmed up. And then we'll resume with one out here in the bottom of the sixth. Nobody on base for Mountain Home. The weather delay will be somewhere around an hour and a half. When we resume play, Mountain Home leading 8-6. Glad you're here with us on the Bomber Sports Network. We do apologize. We'll have a glare for you the rest of the way since we've got a little long and they got the lights on up here in the press box. Thank you, Chris Young, athletic director here at Greenwood. They're getting things rolling at soccer. He's been awesome. It's always awesome. They take good care of us here in Greenwood. Quick recap for you. The game started out 3-0. Greenwood got the lead. Scored 1 run in the first, 2 runs in the second. Mountain Home had a home run by Maddie Simmons in the top of the third to make it 3-1. Greenwood responded with a run of their own to make it 4-1. And then Mountain Home, the bats caught on fire. A 7-run top of the fourth inning to take an 8-4 lead. And they held the Bulldogs scoreless in the bottom of the fourth. And then the top of the fifth, Mountain Home they got the leadoff man on, and then were retired. They were retired on 4 pitches after that. Apologize, had the audio turned down. We're glad you're back here on the Bomber Sports Network. We had it over an hour lightning delay. They'll let the teams get cranked up and everything and all that good stuff. We'll resume play here momentarily. We'll have a glare for you because of the lights up here in the press box. Thank you, Chris Young, everybody here making that possible, letting us stream up here. But Mountain Home currently leading 8-6. Their bases are empty with 1 gone here in the bottom of the sixth. It'll be a big game for both teams. Greenwood trying to stay a game behind Farmington this evening, where Mountain Home's trying to get back in the fight in the top 2. But we'll resume play after both pitchers were taken to Greenwood's indoor facility, get cranked up and warmed up, make sure they're all good to go so we're not spending another 20 minutes to get everyone warmed up. But Mountain Home taking some tosses off to our left. Greenwood will be batting here in the bottom of the sixth. Glad you're here with us on the Bomber Sports Network here on YouTube. So the last batter up will be Taylon Martin, I believe, that will be due up in this half inning with 1 gone after about an hour and, let's say, 15 minutes lightning delay. So it'll be 8, 9, and 1. Well, 8 and 9 due up in this inning at least. And then the lineup will turn over. So Chloe Bohannon will return. I think they took her to the football indoor facility. Let her and Floyd get warmed up. Chris Young took him on a AD here and football coach at Greenwood. They took him on a side-by-side over yonder. I believe they canceled the JV game over at baseball, and I don't think they're going to play JV tonight, according to Blake and everybody else. I think they're just going to call it a day after this one's done. At least that's what the coaches were talking about when I went down there, talked for a short spell. So this is important. Mountain Home, the momentum was all their way, and then we had a blunt stoppage. Be Taylon Martin who will come to the plate. She struck out her last 2 at bats. There's 1 gone here in the sixth.
Back in the box for the Bulldogs, number 1, Taylon Martin.
Just like that, we're back underway here in Greenwood. First pitch to Martin. Fouled back to the screen. It's 0-1, I believe. We'll see what the umpire, I believe that's 0-2. Okay, it was 0-1. That's right. Yeah, we were mid-at-bat when that happened. Okay, so it is 0-2 now to Talon Martin. Next pitch from Bohannon, slap to the left side. Anderson's got to make a tough play, throw to first, not in time, and now the tying run will come to the plate. Infield single for Talon Martin. She's on base for the first time since the second inning. Mallory Steele will stand in now. She is the tying run. Glad you're here with us. I'm Dylan Conley on behalf of the Mountain Home School District. Bringing you all the action here from Greenwood. Baseball's all wrapped up, and boys soccer's back underway. Slap to the left side, a base hit, so back-to-back hits as we resume play here in the sixth inning.
Now batting number 18, Emily Creason.
Creason will come to the plate. I don't think it ever, there might have been one or two drops of rain over the course of that, but it was all lightning that was in the area, and it's better to be safe than sorry. One gone here in the sixth. Lady Bombers up 8-6. First pitch from Chloe is a ball 1-0. Want to know the count. This is a high-powered, volatile offense at Greenwood Sports. They can go off at any time. Lady Bombers will have to tread lightly as that's a good pitch. That's a strike, 1-1. Runners at first and second, one gone here in the sixth. That pitch is up high, 2-1. So we resume from just a hair past 1 hour weather delay. We got it down to 10 minutes, and then we had another bolt of lightning within 10 miles. And we had to restart the process all over again. 2-1, a high fly ball out of play, 2-2. Anytime there's lightning within that 10-mile circle, even if it's past you, you got to stop for 30 minutes. These outdoor sports. Indoor doesn't really matter unless there's a tornado warning, but the 2-2 from Chloe's up high. Now the count's full. This is a big at-bat. This is the top of the lineup now. Emily Creason. This is her 5th at-bat of the game. I beg your pardon, 4th at-bat. She reached on error. She's reached all 4 times tonight, and she's been to the plate. Payoff pitch, 3-2 outside, and now they're loaded.
Now batting number 24,
Ava Craner to the plate. Martin at third, Steele at second, and Creason at first. There is no wind here. Wind was kind of howling for a little stretch during that delay. It shifted from right field to left field, but now the flag out in center field is hanging limp. Bases loaded, first pitch, high fly ball into right field. Lindy Owens ranging over, can't get there. And that's the first strike, 0-1. So tying run at second base. Go ahead run over at first. All in one the count to Ava Craner. Ava also played basketball this year for the Lady Bulldogs. Made it to state. Were defeated by Greene County Tech. Speaking of Greene County Tech, they'll be hosting baseball, softball state here in a couple weeks. Next pitch, ground ball to the left side. Boxtaller's going to go home, and she is out at the plate. Great job by Dalen Harper to drag the toe on home plate and hold on to the ball, so that guns down Martin at the plate. Steele goes to third. Creason to second, Craner to first. Craner reaches on the fielder's choice. So now there's two gone, but the bases are still loaded. This is Annie Bean. Annie does not have a hit tonight. She reached in the second with a walk. First pitch to her is a strike, 0-1. Again, the umpire is saying it audibly, but it's hard to hear up here. They've resumed soccer as well over at Smith Robinson Stadium. They were about 10 minutes into the first half over there. 0-1 from Chloe. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Bases loaded. This is a big pressure point in this game. Oh and 2. Bohannon gets the signal. She's ready. The wind and the pitch fouled away. We'll do it again. Oh and 2 the count. Bases loaded. Pitch from Chloe outside. They're trying to get her to chase that one. Not a bad idea on 0-2. Outfield straight up, infield straight up. Outfield maybe playing a step and a half further than they normally do. Try to cut down on any doubles. The 1-2. Checked her swing. Check over to first. She looked like she went, and no swing. That's such a difficult call because the only other umpire is standing at short, basically. He's got to stay there where he's positioned. It's not like the pros where they have 4, so that's just a tough break for the Lady Bombers. It looked like she was awful close to going around, but well, here's the 2-2, and swung on and missed. No doubt on that one. Bulldogs leave them loaded. We've played 6 full. Lady Bombers still have the lead. It's 8-6. We head to the 7th now. What a great job by Chloe Bohannon to dance out of danger in that one. Dalen Harper was fired up. Dell Leonard was fired up. Everybody in the third base dugout was fired up. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up in the last of the 7th for the Bulldogs of Greenwood. So it'll be 4, 5, 6 due up here in the 7th for Mountain Home. Would love to get another insurance runner 4. It'll be Bohannon, Pope, and Dewey due up in this half inning. So Chloe Bohannon, I think she's around in the 150s pitch-wise. You're still with us here on the Bomber Sports Network. We appreciate you.
Batting number 24,
Chloe Bohannon will stand in. She's had a great night tonight. High fly ball into left field. This is gone! A home run! Chloe Bohannon on the first pitch in the 7th inning extends the lead and helps her own cause. That one was on a rope. What a shot from Chloe Bohannon. 9-6 now. That was a loud. What a swing from Chloe Bohannon. Chad Dewey texts me from downstairs, so what a swing. I agree. His lovely wife Allison watching at home. Superintendent of Mountain Home Public Schools. We appreciate all she does for us. First pitch rolled in there for a ball, 1-0. A 1-0. High fly ball into right. And the catch is made by the right fielder, Israel, for the first out. So that's a fly out to right. And Libby Dewey comes to the plate. She has walked and reached on an error in this game. She stares at a strike, 0-1. Lined into center. This gets down for a base hit. So Libby Dewey's got a hit tonight.
Now batting number 16, Leah Boxsteller.
So Dewey's on base. The 0-1. He has a ball, 1-1. To Leah Boxstaller. She had an RBI double in the 4th. 1-1 with one on. The next one swung on and missed. Out 1-2. Here's the 1-2 from Floyd. Lined into left center. This will get down for a base hit. Dewey will stay put at second. The ball gets by. Dewey's into third. And Boxstaller into second. It'll be a single with an error attached to it. And bring up Bella Conyers. It's fouled back to the screen. 0-1. pitch to Bella. This is outside, 1-1. A 1-1 swung on and missed. Big swing from Bella for the second strike. The 1-2 stares at a ball that just missed. 2-2. The next one. Line drive down the line. They'll get the runner at third. So Dewey's tagged out at third, but Bella reaches base. So there's runners at first and second now with 2 gone. So Bella's on for the second time tonight. Dewey's out at third, trying to scamper back to third. Boxstaller at second. This is Lindy Owens. That bat hit her. Danced out of that one. Ball and a strike. The 1-0 from Floyd. Big swing from Lindy. Missed that one. 1-1. The legend, the Hall of Famer Tim Terry's tuned in from his couch back at the house. They got done with baseball like 3 hours ago. Feels like. Here's the 1-1 fouled over the screen. 1-2. Arkansas Tech legend. They got a new basketball coach the other day. I saw that. Daryl Fimple, close friends with Del Leonard, who's on the girls' staff here. The 1-2 fouled away. So 1-2 now to Lindy Owens. If we get any further, it'll be the top of the lineup for Mountain Home. And Maddie Simmons, she had a home run earlier, so it'd be big if Lindy could get on base here. That rolls in there, 2-2. Bomber baseball lost 7-0 in a game that they out-hit Greenwood. Lady Bombers soccer squad lost 1-0, and they just resumed play. No score over in the boys' game. The 2-2 swung on and missed. So the Lady Bombers leave 2 on base. But after the big mammoth home run from Chloe Bohannon, it extends the lead, gives Mountain Home an insurance run. We head to the last of the 7th. Bomber Nation strap down the big TV and grab the nitroglycerin tablets and hug your loved ones. 9-6, we head to the last of the 7th. Almost closing time here, hopefully, in Greenwood, as Bohannon will go back to work for her 7th inning of action. Her first start since the first game of the conference season in early March. She's had some slight issues with her arm, but she's looked like her old self tonight. Greenwood's still very volatile. This game is far from over. Looks like she only needed one warm-up toss, and they'll be ready. So it'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up. Lake and Dawson, so Lovell, actually that'll be Floyd that'll be due up second. And Emerson Israel also due up in this last of the 7th. As Greenwood came into this game, their only loss was to Farmington. So this is a really good team. I believe they beat the brakes off of Siloam Springs. I mean, they've got a lot of good wins this year. But you kind of hoped that you'd get Chloe back and just kind of, stay afloat. And Lady Bombers have done a good job doing just that, as this is chopped to the right side. Dawson Harper will take it herself for the first out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting number 20, Jordan Boyd.
And Jordan Floyd will stand in now. She's 2 for 2 with 2 singles in this one. She's batting in the 5-hole, replaced Alyssa Lovell, or Lovell, I beg your pardon. So first pitch to Floyd, high fly ball to the right side. Harper can't get there. Falls foul, be 0-1. Next broadcast, Bomber Athletics, will be Tuesday. We'll have baseball and soccer for you against those Golden Goblins from Harrison. Softball, your television, XL7 will carry that. You can find all the games on the Mountain Home Athletics app. Free of charge, of course. That's in a lot of people's price ranges. Free is good. That one's inside, 1-1. Also check score updates from tonight and any other game, and look at the roster of the team. That's fouled back to the screen. Might be watching this, you wonder, hey, who's the pitcher for Mountain Home? See, it's number 24. You'd see Chloe Bohannon. Base is empty. The 1-2 from Chloe, chopped to the right side. Again to Dawson Harper. 3 unassisted. There's 2 gone, and the Bulldogs are down to their final out.
Now batting number 10, Emerson Israel.
Emerson Israel will stand in. She reached on a walk in the 4th. That's the only time she's been on base. She struck out twice and flown to center. Really, it's been the bottom of the lineup doing the damage for Greenwood this evening. First pitch, fouled. Down the first baseline, 0-1. Appreciate Chris Young for allowing us to stream here, clearing us a great spot here at softball. They always take good care of us here in Greenwood. He's been running around like a chicken with his head cut off on that side-by-side with all the weather going on all 3 events this evening. That one swung on and missed. Now the Bulldogs are down to their final out. Mountain Home trying to go to 4-3 at the end of the first wave of conference and pick off a big win here on the road. A 0-2 from Chloe up high, 1-2. Not a bad idea again on 0-2. See if she'd chase it. So it's 1-2 now. If it gets that far, Daisy Parker awaits on deck. A 1-2 from Bohannon up high again, 2-2. It's been a good one. It's been a down-home Donnybrook this evening. The 2-2 fouled away. Spoiled that one. We'll do it again. Israel stands in again. Chloe clears off the slab. The 2-2 again. Swung on and missed. This one belongs to the Lady Bombers. Your final score, Mountain Home 9, Greenwood 6. Mountain Home improves to 4-3 in 5A West play. And they will welcome Harrison to Tuesday, or welcome Harrison to Mountain Home on Tuesday to start the second half of conference play. A big, big win for Blake Hendricks and company tonight. Great job by Mountain Home. Come on the road here. Tough place to play. Greenwood's always tough. Load up 4 hours, and you can snag a win in any sport at Greenwood. You did something good. So get our final score. Lady Bombers win this one 9-6 after nearly an hour and 15-minute lightning delay. We're going to drive all this way. We may as well win, so they're going to do the post-game prayer. But your final score, Lady Bombers win this one 9-6. We're going to wrap up and get the heck back home. Hope to see a lot of you at the Booster Club Golf Tournament tomorrow. It's a big fundraiser for Mountain Home Athletics. But But again, your final score, Lady Bombers win this one 9-6. We'll have score updates from soccer as they come along. You can find that at mhbombersports.com and our Mountain Home Athletics app. You can watch the game on there as well. So again, we appreciate everybody. Chris Young letting us stream here at Greenwood. Tim Terry for the updates over at baseball. All our friends over at soccer giving us updates. And we appreciate you for tuning in, spending your Friday night with us, even though it was about 4 hours long. Lady Bombers win this one 9-6. Our next broadcast of Bomber Athletics will be Tuesday. We'll have Bomber Baseball and Soccer for you on Bomber Sports Network. We'll also have it on our app, the Mountain Home Athletics app. XL7 will have your television over at softball. You can also find that game on our app. But on behalf of the Mountain Home School District, I'm Dylan Conley, wishing you a great rest